The man who repaired clocks. In a quiet town where trains ran slow and people walked slower, lived a man who fixed time. His name was Elmer, and he didn't speak much, except to the clocks. He owned a dusty little shop on the corner of Maple and 3rd Street. Inside, it was always ticking. Tock, tock, tick. People said he could fix any clock. Grandfather clocks, pocket watches, cuckoo clocks. Anything that ticks, he'd say, wiping his glasses with a cloth older than most of the clocks he owned. And he could fix any of them, except, of course, time itself. One rainy afternoon, a boy came in, soaked shoes, hair stuck to his forehead. He clutched a small object wrapped in a handkerchief. Elmer didn't look up. Afternoon. The boy walked closer, placed the bundle gently on the table. It was my dad's. It stopped the day he died. Elmer slowly opened the cloth. A pocket watch, cracked face, silent hands. He picked it up, held it to his ear. Nothing. It hasn't ticked since, the boy said. Can you fix it? Elmer didn't say yes, didn't say no. He just nodded and set it on the bench beside 100 other ticking hearts. The boy came back every day. Sometimes he sat quietly. Sometimes he asked questions. Elmer began to talk, slowly, like winding a clock. He told stories of watches that crossed oceans, clocks that rang at weddings, watches worn into wars, and home again. One man brought a clock from his wedding day, Elmer said once. Still rang every Sunday. Another story. A woman's husband died at sea. She wore his watch for 40 years. Then one day, it stopped, and so she brought it here. The boy listened, eyes wide. Clocks don't just keep time, Elmer said. They carry it. One day, the boy asked something new. Can you make it sound like him? Elmer paused. No answer, just a quiet breath. And then, he worked differently. The boy remembered. Every night before bed, his father would wind the watch. Tick, tick, tick. Then he'd whisper, "Good night, kiddo." The boy didn't want the time back. He wanted the voice. Days passed. Then one day, the watch was back in the boy's hands. Elmer just said, "Try it." The boy wound it. Click, tick, tick, tick. Then, a tiny sound. "Good night, kiddo." The boy's breath caught. His eyes filled. He didn't say, "Thank you." Didn't need to. He just hugged him. Tight. Like he was holding time itself. That evening, Elmer sat alone in the shop, surrounded by ticking. But one clock on the wall was still. He didn't wind it. Some clocks count seconds, others hold moments. And the man who repaired clocks? He fixed more than just time. He helped people remember how to feel it. Thanks for listening to the Rocking Chair Stories. Until next time, take a moment and listen, not just to the ticking, but to what it means.